Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a comparison of two budget wireless earphones announced in India, the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z with the Oppo Enco M31. So these two earphones are priced exactly the same, 1,999, that's 2,000 rupees in India. So which of them is better? Which should you buy? That's what we are going to analyze in this detailed comparison. So we'll be analyzing all the aspects including the design, build quality, comfort, the features offered, the latency, the calls, the sound clarity, the bass performance, the battery performance, everything we'll be comparing in this video. So let's get started. So we have already done a detailed review of the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z, which is one of the really good earphones available. It has more of a balanced performance. So how good is the Oppo Enco M31 compared to that? So let's get started with the comparison of the Bullet Wireless Z with the Oppo Enco M31. So we have the two earphones with us. So we're going to start off the comparison with first the build quality. Now if you look at the design and build quality, you can see that design wise both are quite similar. Both have this magnetic mechanism. You can see that the magnetic mechanism works really well. Now design wise, we felt that the Oppo's Enco M31 was slightly better here. It has a bit more compact design than the Bullet Wireless Z. But having said that, the Bullet Wireless Z is also having a pretty neat design. Now if you look at the neckband, you can see that both have similar finishing and design. You can see that the controls on the Oppo Enco M31 are on the neck band itself, while on the Bullet Wireless Z you have this additional remote kind of mechanism where you have the volume control and the other controls. So that's the only difference in terms of the design aspect. So both are equally good in terms of design. You can say that the weight is slightly lower on the Oppo Enco M31. It's a bit more lighter than the Bullet Wireless Z, but not by a huge margin, just 5-6 grams difference. You hardly notice that, but still there is a weight difference. Now in terms of the build quality, so this is one area where the Oppo Enco M31 takes the lead, because you can see that these materials are made of metal on the Oppo Enco M31. So this is a metal part. You can have a closer look. This is metal, while this is purely plastic on the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z. And you can also see that Oppo has given a kind of premium finishing with this glossy finish. So that definitely gives a better build quality overall. So in terms of the build quality, we would say the Oppo Enco M31 has a lead here with slightly better materials, the metal build, and overall fit and finish looks slightly premium than the Bullet Wireless Z. Now next is the comfort levels. So both these earphones have this magnetic mechanism and both are quite comfortable. We have been using these earphones for quite some time, and we have used continuously for like 3 hours plus on a stretch, and we found that both are equally comfortable, at least for my preference. But again, it depends upon a person to person. But for me, both were quite similar in terms of the comfort levels, not much of a difference, and both were comfortable. When we tested the Realme Buds Wireless, we felt that the Bullet Wireless Z was a bit better in terms of the overall comfort. But in this case, we felt both are equally good in terms of the comfort. Now next, let's move on to the features offered. Now first is the IP rating. Now the Bullet Wireless Z has IP55 rating, while the Oppo Enco M31 has IPX5 rating. So here the clear winner is the Bullet Wireless Z, because it has IP55 while it is just IPX5 water or rather sweat resistance on the Oppo Enco M31. So that's one area where the Bullet Wireless Z takes the lead. Now additional features, here we have an additional feature on the Bullet Wireless Z. So this we have mentioned in our review as well. So this is the quick switch actually. So if you are paired with two devices, just double press the switch and it will just switch to the other device. It's very easy actually. If you're a person who uses two devices, you can quickly switch between these devices using the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z. So that's an additional feature available on the Bullet Wireless Z, which is not available on the Oppo Enco M31. Now Bluetooth range, both are Bluetooth 5.0 with a 10-meter range. So range wise quite similar. We felt that the Oppo Enco M31 was a tad superior, but again not much of a difference here in terms of the Bluetooth range. Now next is the driver. Now here we have a 9.2 mm dynamic driver on both these devices. So again quite similar in terms of what is being offered. Now the audio codec is something which is quite different here, because the Oppo Enco M31 has LDAC support, which is a superior codec compared to the SBC or AAC on the OnePlus Bullet Wireless C. So that's one area where the Oppo Enco M31 takes the lead. It has LDAC codec, which is something really superior in terms of the audio performance. So thereby Oppo Enco M31 takes the lead. Now next is the latency. So both these devices can do a bit of gaming as well. Although they are not really suited for gaming, you can still do a bit of gaming. Now here in terms of latency, we felt that the the OnePlus Bullet Wireless C was better. It has a dedicated latency mode. At least for the OnePlus devices, there is a latency mode included, which reduces the latency when playing with the Fanatic mode on OnePlus devices. Also in our testing, the latency was better on the Bullet Wireless C. So if you are more into gaming, probably the OnePlus Bullet Wireless C is kind of slightly better choice, not by a huge margin, but definitely it was better here. Now calls. Now we tried receiving calls with these two earphones. Here again we felt that there isn't much of a difference here. Both were quite good, and the call performance was again good. Neither of them had any issues with calls, and in both aspects there was no issues in terms of the other person not able to hear or anything of that sort. So both were equally good in terms of the calls. Now most important thing, the bass performance. So this is one thing a lot of users have been asking us, which has the better bass. Now here we would say that the Oppo Enco M31 has the better bass performance. Now if you look at the Oppo Enco M31, in the unboxing video we mentioned there is a switch here. So this switch, what it does is, there is two modes, basically equalizers. So what it does is by default it plays in the balanced mode. Now if you double press this button, it goes to the bass mode. So bass mode definitely improves the bass performance, thereby giving you that kind of punchy bass. But at the same time, it does not interfere with the sound quality much. So if you're a person who wants more bass, then definitely the Oppo Enco M31 is a choice, because OnePlus Bullet Wireless C, when we reviewed, we mentioned that it has bass, it has sufficient bass, but not the kind of punchy bass you would some people would prefer. So for that, the Oppo Enco M31 is the better choice. So bass performance is definitely better on the Oppo Enco M31. Now next is the sound quality. Now bass is one aspect. You need to have good vocals and highs, or rather the mids and highs. Now in this aspect we felt both were equally good, both had really good balanced sound quality. If you ask my personal choice in terms of sound quality, we would be slightly inclined to choose the Oppo Enco M31, because it has this balanced mode as well as the bass mode, and the sound quality was really superb on the Oppo Enco M31. The OnePlus Bullet Wireless C also has a really good sound quality overall, but then here we felt that the Oppo Enco M31 had an upper hand in terms of the overall sound quality and the bass performance. Now next is the battery performance. So this is one area where the OnePlus Bullet Wireless C wins hands down, because it has 20 hours of music playback, while it's just 12 hours on the Oppo Enco M31. Now 20 hours definitely good, but then you won't be listening to 20 hours at a stretch, and 12 hours is more than sufficient. But if you're a person who travels a lot, then OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z will help, because it has additional battery. Now charging, again the Bullet Wireless Z has warp charging. That means 10 minutes of charging gets you 10 hours of music playback using the warp charger. Remember, that feature is available only with the warp charger. If you are using other chargers, you will not get that feature, but you can still charge the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z. Now the Oppo Enco M31 has a kind of fast charging, which gets you 3 hours of music playback with 10 minutes of charging. Again decent, but it's not as good as the OnePlus Bullet Wireless C. So that was the detailed comparison of the Oppo Enco M31 with the Bullet Wireless C. Now which one should you buy? Now it's a very tough choice here. Now if you're looking at good amount of features along with good balanced sound quality, then the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z is the one to go, because you have IP55 rating, quick switch functionality, then it has slightly better latency mode, then it also comes with a fast charging support. So those are some features which the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z has, which Oppo Enco M31 does not have. Now if you're not really worried about the features, but you want the best sound quality and the good bass performance, then the one to go is the Oppo M31, because the Oppo Enco M31 has really good sound quality, excellent bass for this price segment, and it also has this LDAC codec which is superior than the SBC and AAC on the OnePlus Bullet Wireless Z. So summing up, if you are looking for best sound quality, go with the Oppo Enco M31. So that is the detailed comparison of the Oppo Enco M31 with the Bullet Wireless Z. Hope this video was useful in selecting one of the wireless earphones. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.